There he is.
Hello.
We be working the Zoom, that's for sure.
Never been so excited to see another human being, Jesse.
Just in time for me to finish my drink.
Right?
Thank you.
The fact that you only made one, Jen, when we were having guests really leads me to be confused.
I know. Bad planning.
There's a picture of it sitting next to her.
Oh, is there?
No.
Jenny?
I have no way of knowing that.
Oh, there sometimes is.
I'm not actually in her garage, okay?
That would be creepy.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
You can hear
JC,
you.
Loud
you in
and
there?
clear.
All right. On the mic with Mike.
You're on the mic with Mike. Turn it up.
All right.
JC,
Mike.
what do you prefer? JC, Jesse, what do you like?
JC.
JC, okay, that's what we shall call thee.
Don't be offended when I start speaking with a southern.
Oh, you know,
Girl.
that's
Funny,
cool.
because you never pick up the Long Island accent.
You never
My
pick up the
father
Long
had all
Island
the
accent.
Don't you know?
Because I've gotten used to it, so I've been able to like.
Yo, I
calm
gotta
that
go.
down.
I gotta go down here and talk to Robin about a couple of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta break a few kneecaps.
None of you know what you're saying.
None of you.
None of you.
Oh, did someone ask
Alrighty.
what my drink of choice was?
Yes.
All right.
Well, this
talk
evening,
about
our
that.
Brown Mint and Horrors drink of choice is brought to you by Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPAs.
Ooh.
Oh, those are good.
I've seen those commercials. Those are weird.
They
She
are.
was dogging on Diet Mountain Dew a while ago, JC.
JC,
Really?
I totally was. I own it.
I mean, you know, Diet Dew
It's
is
fine.
refreshing. It's the best diet drink ever. It's brewed right here in Slashville, Tennessee.
Slashville.
So
To be fair, guys, it could have been any diet drink. Diet's disgusting. I break out in hives. I hate all artificial sweeteners.
aspartame for the win, right?
What?
Aspartame for the win.
Yeah,
Aspartame for
aspartame
the
does it
food.
all.
I'm drinking Midori vodka and pineapple juice.
Nice.
And Jen is doing whiskey and root beer.
Look at RL using the TV monitor.
Mhm.
Like
Live
that,
and in
don't you?
color.
Live and in color. Here from the garage.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have a sweet background like you, JC. Look at that.
A lot of time and money, mostly money, went into that background.
Jen went to refresh her.
I'll hold it all back.
Hold all the content back. So, JC, we heard about Rich's 77 children. How many do you have?
None.
None. Well, okay, that's smart.
None for me. We've got two fur babies though. A little one and then a big one.
What's the big one?
The big one is a black lab, and the little one is a min pin.
So that thing's a piece of shit.
No, he's straight up hardcore. He's the ruler of the house.
He's not sitting around barking at everything.
No,
He don't do all that quacking.
on the fucking planet that doesn't do that shit. So count yourself lucky, JC.
now my mother, who had a Chihuahua, everything
Oh.
made it bark,
Everything. Those
That's
things are out of control.
and that dog had 10 lives. He could eat a king size Hershey's bar and not bat an eye.
Dude, my dog has gotten this infatuation with socks right now. So she eats like a sock or two a day and then vomits them back up.
What are you drinking now, Jen?
Vodka and cran pineapple.
Nice. Can you hit record on this? We're missing fabulous content.
No, I got it all. I've been recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I
red
guess
light
it
has been
doesn't
on.
warn us. I guess it doesn't warn us the way Skype does.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
All right.
So, welcome everyone to Horror and Heels. We have the fellas from Brown Mint Horror, and we're gonna let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
Fantastic. RL, you want to go or you want me to go?
Go ahead, buddy. You good?
Well, here we are. I'm JC. Bottom left is RL. We are Brown Mint Horror. We are from Slashville, Tennessee. We've been at this for hardcore for about 6 months, off and on for about 10 years. Two best friends. He was the best man at my wedding. Met him. He used to come over for coffee at my old job. And then he recruited me to work for the place where we're at now. And we've been together ever since. So
Aw.
got to talk about horror films, and here we are.
That's adorbs.
I know.
Yeah. So I am RL. The funny thing about the RLJC thing is that JC is when we would call into a call center site unknown to us where it might be, the little ladies that would answer the phone, he would say, "Yeah, this is Jesse Browning." They would say, "Okay, JC." And so the JC has flown ever since then. And then RL.
Let me tell him. So RL comes from basically when he is about 80 or 90 years old and we're walking into the banks together to get free coffee and ink pens, he would have earned the title RL, which is his old man name.
That's my old man name. So it's just, I'm just kind of getting myself in position for when I get older, make that transition easier for everyone.
I'm impressed that they still think pens are going to be a thing.
Yeah.
First off, you don't have a good quality pen sitting near you currently.
I agree.
Oh,
that I
love pens.
We love a good notebook. We love a good pen. We're avid pen collectors. Exactly.
Yep.
You can't be without enough notebooks, that's for sure. And so
I agree.
Indeed.
I'm a huge passion guy, a huge planner guy, and I use the passion planner.
Yep. Although I was very upset when I bought my planner last year. I was like, wait, I got suckered. Like,
yeah,
you gotta go with the undated.
Undated passion planner.
I do. I always do undated, but I was still just I just bought this and now it's absolutely useless.
You just look at the month and be like, you know what? We'll skip that month.
Yeah, I'm just like, in fact,
we don't even have to put it in.
Yeah,
right.
I might just pull out that planner for this year because I'm not paying for another one until stuff gets right again.
We believe in the moleskins. We believe in the little books. That's for sure. Keep every little thing in there. So, but yeah, that's kind of how we got started. I mean, we've just kind of been, hard at it for the last couple of months now, really just kind of deep diving, making as many contacts as we can. We are super excited about being on you guys' podcast. We love being guests just as much as we love being hosts. So we just love all things horror. So we're ready to deep dive with you guys.
Agreed.
And a quick, can we do a quick shout out, Jen?
Yeah.
The reason, I would say that one of the big reasons for Brown Mint's success right now is we got kind of partnered up through happenstance and just the power of asking. We got hooked up with a very awesome lady named Shari over at Samara Entertainment and Midnight Releasing Distribution. They specialize in indie films, specifically indie horror. So we've been able to be partnered up with them, and our Behind the Horror series, if it wouldn't have been for Shari, would have been a lot less guests at this point.
Wow.
So shout out to her, and thank you so much, Shari.
Yep.
That's awesome.
We told her we were going to be on this, so.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Hi. And what was both of y'all's first horror movies?
Take it, RL.
So my first one was the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can remember I was very, very little, and I remember my mom having her girlfriends over one night, and they were all sitting in the living room watching it. I was laying at the edge of my bed, just kind of like catching the sneak peeks. And I've been a huge Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan ever since then. That's probably one of my favorites.
Solid.
But yeah,
solid choice.
I'm an 80s baby, so anything in the like late 70s, mid 70s, those horror films are my, definitely my go-to. I'm a Freddy guy. I'm an original It guy. Like those films right there really kind of were my first ones I deep dived into.
Sweet.
And Mr. JC?
Well, I have to give another shout out to my mother. It's not May yet, but just like RL's mom, my mom got me into horror. I'll never forget, I had skipped school one day. I was probably about 9 or 10 at this point. And Do you really skip school when you're 9 or 10, or you just ask your mom?
It sounds
Yeah,
like
you
mom just
don't
didn't
know.
make you
Yeah,
go.
she didn't take
Yeah.
you. That wasn't your
Yes.
choice.
Like I didn't
We're gonna
have a
say-
ride. I didn't have a ride to school.
We're gonna say I gave the big F you to school
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I'm staying home.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's like, okay, well, cool. We ended up watching a taped off of TV VHS copy of Halloween 2, and it scared the crap out of me. And
It's such a good movie.
and it really planted the seed for later on, because Halloween 2 was the first one that I ever watched out of the franchise. And then it led to watching the original Halloween. I'll never forget. Well, we'll get to that point too. But yeah, Halloween 2. Halloween 2.
Like,
This is my show.
bro, I literally feel like with these lights behind me that I'm like, I look like an angel.
I was gonna say you look like in an
into
airport, like inside the plane or something.
I was gonna go there.
Man, like we're fixing to take off here in just a few minutes, guys. So don't
As
mind
you
the
all can
sound.
tell, I'm on the East Coast. The sun has already left us here.
Right, you're set. It's set over there.
Wow. So what about you guys? What horror film made it for you guys?
My first
Yep.
that I remember was Jaws. I was probably 5 or 6.
Okay.
Mhm.
I would probably
Okay.
say next to Mr. Holland's Opus, that's Richard Dreyfuss's best film.
Yes. And I can say
Besides
that-
What About Bob?
I do.
What about Bob? I was about to
Wait,
say,
forgot
man, like you're really knocking him down a little bit there. But Jaws was so
And
good.
I gotta tell
it
you,
was
my
a-
whole family, we like all the I don't think the parents thought we were paying attention. Like they thought all the cousins were just playing.
Oh,
We were all at the ocean the next day, like a whole family of people, unfazed.
well, like you couldn't tell. Like with Jaws, it was so good because it was like it would go from like 0 to 1,000 in like a second or two. So like you might walk by the TV and it looks like a guy riding on a
Yeah.
boat, and like 3 seconds later, he's in the ocean
Boy,
dead. Like
So
it's
I
crazy.
remember
Yeah.
the first time I saw the first scene with the leg on the beach.
Yeah,
Whoa,
man.
what was
that's
that? What was
great.
that? 76 or 78?
Jaws.
That was mid
70
70s for
it's in the
Jaws.
mid.
No,
It's
I
mid-
think the book came out in 76. You know, we're all saying this like we're not people with
That's why I'm looking on my phone. I'm like, guys, 75.
75. Okay.
So
Dude, that's
just think about
right
how
in the
much
middle.
parenting has changed since 75
Oh,
and Jaws.
Well, I
Well, yeah, I don't
was
remember my
born in
parents
81.
even going to. Oh, okay. I don't even remember my parents really even like. I can remember going to the beach with my parents and like seeing them for like 1 minute
Oh yeah.
at the beach and then being gone. Now, like I take my son to the beach and I'm
Hawkeye.
like, I've got a rope around my waist and like a rope around his waist.
Yep.
And he's in a little buoy, like floating. Like,
We
no,
went
you're
to
not
our
getting out of my
parents'
sight.
event if we wanted to go up to the snack hut.
Right.
We needed some money for
Exactly.
that. Like,
And you could come back with a margarita at like 11. So it really just
Amen.
didn't give a damn.
Just be
They
like,
didn't
it's
care.
for my
Times were
mom.
good.
Eh.
Exactly.
What about you, Jen? What horror film did it for you?
I can't even remember because I was so little. My dad's been taking me to horror movies since I was like an infant. So,
That's
but the first
fantastic.
ones that I
Good
know
parenting.
of that I
Yes, ma'am.
remember, my mom hated it, but my dad would take me. So, but the first one that I really remember probably be Nightmare on Elm Street. Those
Oh,
the Freddy movies were the ones that I
Nice.
first like. I love horror movies. Like that's what got me into it. And yeah, it just keeps growing since then. I
I'm
don't
glad
know.
that you said that was good parenting, Chasey, because
Absolutely. Here's my thing.
it's by me through every movie and he's 2.5.
Here's well, I mean, here's my theory on that. Let's get in depth here on the Horror and Hill show, okay?
All right, let's
Have
do
a
it.
Dr. Phil moment. Wes Craven believed that in a way that if he wrote and directed and created a film and put our deepest fears out on to a screen, it was a way for us to be able to cope and be able to decipher and deal with those fears as human beings.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, I mean, I'm obviously not going to show my 3-year-old, Scream or Halloween or something like that. But I mean, we've got Scooby-Doo with zombies and, whodunits and stuff like that. I think that horror gets a bad rap.
Mm-hmm.
I think that horror is just as American as apple pie. So
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think that here I am. I was 8 years old the first time I ever watched a horror flick that my mom knew about. My brother and I were watching them when I was as little as 5. Catching boobies on Friday the 13th and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Skin them
So-
I
out.
like how you did the fingers with it too, boobies.
So I mean, look at me. I mean, here I am. I'll be 33. I'm not nuts. We're married with 2 dogs. I mean,
Hold on.
What
This is a dark.
lively-
This is a dark road we're about to go down, JC.
what was the question?
What did he say? He said, "I'm not nuts." Is that what
I'm
he
not
said?
nuts.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm
we're gonna
not.
have to we're gonna have to rethink
I've got
this
a paper somewhere
friendship
that
that
says
we
that.
have.
The
Like,
paper
He's
here
certified, not
what's
nuts.
going on here?
I
talk to
think
the person who certified you.
I think kids are only scared of what you tell them to
Don't.
be scared
Yeah,
of.
exactly.
If you watched a horror movie with a child and you laugh, my dad used to laugh and he would point and he'd say, "That's fake blood, that's ketchup," and he would laugh so he had me laughing at horror movies. So
Yeah.
in my mind as a
The
kid,
Leprechaun's the funniest thing he's ever seen.
I mean, it's Jennifer Aniston, for
Right.
God's sakes. If you're terrified by anything
Pre-Friends.
Jennifer Aniston is in, like, you got a real problem here.
I'm terrified of things she's been in, and it's season 1, whatever, of Friends.
Hey,
1 through
look,
100.
let me tell you something.
Bad
There was.
comedy does frighten me.
all right, get off my friend, stop it.
Hey, listen, Jen.
She's got like the poster
anniversary-
behind that thing that she's got hung up behind her there. There's a poster of Friends behind it. Like,
Has
Jesus.
anybody watched that new show, The Cool Kids, with Leslie Jordan?
No.
What
I
about
don't feel I can. I'm not cool.
Do you know who Leslie Jordan is?
I'm not allowed.
Mm-mm.
Never
We're
mind.
all
then.
over 35, so
All right, thanks, JC. That was a good.
Anyways, back to Jen.
bridge
Back to Alicia.
so we are actually here to talk about Final Destination 2,
Absolutely.
which I am
Sure,
excited
we can do that too.
about.
I had to get right. We can do that, I guess.
Whatever.
I actually watched it again last night because it had been quite a moment since I had seen that film. And so, first off top, I just have to talk about how awkward it was to see AJ Cook in anything other than Criminal Minds. Okay.
Agreed.
But how great is it that she's trying to like solve this near death problem just like she would on Criminal Minds? I expected her weird talking husband to come walking in at any moment and talk about how bad the kids were being. What's his name?
Are you going to be the pot or the kettle calling the man from New Orleans weird talking? I just want to know where the line is for you.
I mean, I couldn't. It sounded like he had muck in his mouth pretty much the entire time.
I've never seen Criminal Minds, so I'm
Yeah,
out of this conversation.
me and JC are just gonna sit over here and
You guys are doing a good job at setting there.
There are like 17 episodes, 17 seasons.
It's so good.
I heard they weren't good. I heard it wasn't
I've
good.
not seen a single one.
Just JC says, was that on cable? Because we don't have cable.
Is it like a public show, like on PBS?
Do they show that in
It's,
Tennessee? Or-
is it regional? Is it
PBS.
regional?
You're right.
I think it's out of market.
Yeah.
Is that on Nashville Public Radio? Because I haven't heard it. I don't know what's going on.
Well, now you can catch up on or Paramount TV.
Oh, yeah.
So I tell you,
Whatever.
that part really like was funny to me because I honestly didn't remember that was a thing. And so I turned it on last night and she still has like the hilarious, like bashful kid thing going on in this movie.
Yeah.
So like, the girlfriend walking up at the very first of the movie and she's like, "Oh yeah, we're about to go get some whips and chains and handcuffs and all
Hurry,
this."
the boyfriends are horny.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And the girl's just like, yeah, like it was hilarious to me. So that's what stood out to me at first. I was just like, holy crap, that's the chick from Criminal Minds. Like I never would have remembered that. And this is like a pretty good little cast. JC and I were talking about this earlier today. I was like, I think between the cast members, they've been in like 200 films between all these people.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of like, yeah.
They're not big roles, but you can definitely like
No,
what was the
they're from
guy?
The cop.
Yeah.
I automatically recognized the cop from my childhood
Okay,
when I wasn't watching horror films, skipping school and
Yeah,
shit.
like 7 years ago, Jesse remembers this.
Right. And it was so there was a show with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher called
Lois.
He was Jerry. He was
Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
and he was Jimmy Olsen, right?
Only for the first season, though.
Because while we were watching, I was like, didn't he? Because my mom and dad used to watch it, and I was like, didn't he play Jimmy Olsen? And then I was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong.
He was in 87 total films and shows.
Listen, they booted him off the Superman show because they said he looked too much like Dean Cain.
I can kind of see.
And he was from the Bronx.
I would disagree.
I don't think he looked. His last name is Mendez. First off, just so everyone knows, and they don't look anything alike.
Not at all.
But that is kind of funny, and he has been in so many shows.
He's in Burlesque.
As a fan of the Cane, I will say that is incorrect.
Inaccurate.
Yeah.
Quite inaccurate.
Apparently, he was also in Ghost Whisperer, but I couldn't tell you what he was in.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
And then the
you got Allie Larder,
the smoking chick. She's in Bates Motel.
Yeah, Bates Motel. She was the teacher.
She had them.
Nothing. He just held his hands up as he was signaling like she had apples from the supermarket.
Now listen, I'm only one bear in. Y'all got to get ready. You okay?
Then the chick.
Oh, we're ready.
Machado, Justina Machado.
One Day at a Time.
She's been in so many things. Like,
here's the thing, Allie Larder. I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna try to shoot her a text through Instagram or something because she was in House on Haunted Hill.
House on Haunted Hill.
She had what was it? Final Destination, obviously 1 and 2.
Heroes.
And then she had Obsessed. That movie where she was like the crazy white
Beyonce.
Chick.
Beyonce and Idris Alba. Idris Alba. She was also in Legally Blonde.
Yep,
she was the one that got represented.
Yep.
So I mean, she's been in quite a few movies.
I don't know why you're all forgetting her pivotal role in Varsity Blues.
Oh my God! The whipped cream bikinis. The whipped cream bikini. Yes.
I was waiting for one of you two to get there.
Hey, we're counting
all
down.
About that.
We're counting down here. We're going.
You got one more
back.
concussion left, Reggie Ray.
Yeah.
I don't want your laugh. I've never even seen the movie, but I know that I don't want your laugh.
Listen.
She was also on Dawson's Creek, by the way. Just so.
Of course she was.
Which is like a roll through.
She got recruited.
I've been on Dawson's Creek. That's not impressive.
Wow.
Hey, listen, Dawson's Creek was basically Varsity Blues, the series.
Yeah, seriously. Listen,
essentially,
you just showed up on set and you could put up with James Vanderbeek. They let you just walk.
She was on Jay and Silent Bob as well. Strikes Back.
That's impressive. That I'll give her credit for.
Yeah, there you go.
But what has she done for me lately?
Smith, I love you.
She was on National Lampoon's Homo Erectus as well. Just so that was probably her pivotal role.
That definitely slipped past me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a copy of that.
All of us,
yeah, I think that was intentional.
I'm gonna send the copy of that to you guys, just so you have it.
That was select. Oh, please do.
Thank you.
Because that's what I've been missing from my life.
Absolutely. I don't actually know what's in it, but
I don't think I have that one behind me.
It's free. It's free on everything. Okay, like
they can't give it away.
That shit's free at the dollar store.
On certain websites, they'll pay you to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like Frantic Comes Alive. It comes with samples of Tide.
Have you heard of the Purple Onion? Okay, you can just go there and pick one up. No, sorry, Allie.
I'm not saying that Final Destination was a bad movie by any means. I just find it egregious that they're trying to charge us $4 to watch a movie that was made in 2000.
It's always the time frame for you. It's how old the movie is.
So I text JC last night and I'm like,
in 2003 I could have paid $7 to see this in the theater.
Bro, I'm like, bro, please tell me you have a copy. I'm like, please tell me you have a copy of this at your house. He's like, no, I had to rent it on YouTube. And I'm like, oh my God. $4?
Yeah.
Do they not have libraries in Tennessee?
Well, we don't know how to read down
That was-
here.
They have one.
We listen to the radio to get all of our news and ideas.
I just listen to whatever Facebook tells me to believe.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Jesus is
Our
coming
library- I
back
just looked it out of
tomorrow.
Our library for free. That's what
I will say that
I bought them all. I bought the 4 DVD collection, movie collection on Amazon. I was
Isn't
like,
there 5 now?
there are. I have
6
to buy the
now.
5th one. There's going to be a
6?
6th. There's going to be a 6th. There's not a
Alright.
6th.
I'll wait
Jesus.
until somebody texts me
We're
and tells me it's
fine
over.
with this
Damn it!
until it's leaking.
Yeah.
I'm tired of buying box sets over and over again.
This is
I know,
this is
right?
the almost final destination.
It's
Welcome
close to the final. Second to final destination.
When they added the on the front, I was like, oh hell
Okay,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
about to buy this shit.
And
And then
then-
they're like,
and then the
nope,
box office numbers came in and they were like, wait, maybe
it
we
wasn't
should
the
do another
final.
one.
It wasn't the final.
They're
Tell
like,
everyone.
Just kidding.
That's
Damn
just like
it.
the Wrong Turn series.
So
they
just so you
Oh
guys
rebooted
my
know-
that.
god.
Wait,
dude.
just so you guys know, Alicia has not seen any of the fun. This is her first time going through the Final Destination, so no spoilers about.
Don't worry, I haven't
Correct.
seen
Don't
any
worry.
of them after part 2. Thanks for making me watch part 2.
It's fine.
All of that.
Oh my god, you're the worst.
You knew I was. By the way, I already knew the twist to Final Destination 5 because in
We're-
the Gilmore Guys podcast, episode 722, they're talking about Final Destination, and I have to give it up for Aisha.
Did she just name drop?
Yeah.
Did she just name drop?
She named drop name, episode, series,
Yeah.
minute time.
She was like
timestamp.
at 8 minutes and 5 seconds. He told me what the twist
And then
was.
Jerry
It
said,
wasn't actually Kevin or Demi, it was their guest Aisha, and she did a very good job of saying
It was Allie Larder. She dropped it.
yeah.
Listen, if you haven't seen it, like stop listening. Like they gave you plenty of time to not listen. But your girl don't give a about spoilers, so she just listened. So
Yeah.
I've known that for several years now, since whenever I listened to that episode, and that was many years ago.
Oh, just so you guys know, the meeting is ending in 10 minutes, so we'll just hop back on.
no
Yeah.
worries.
Sweet.
Sounds
You
good.
got it.
iMovie makes it very
And
easy to
you'll
group
know
things
how to,
together.
like save
Yeah.
these so we can send them to Fred.
What?
Well,
It'll
you're gonna
automatic.
help- You're gonna
it
have to
automatically-
help us, Fred.
No, it'll
Fred,
email
Fred,
it to us.
It'll automatically download to your computer.
Yeah.
Fred will fix it
So-
for me. It's okay.
Oh,
So back to this film. I was telling JC earlier today though, I really actually was kind of like impressed by the overall like
The gore was
theatrics of
welcomed.
the movie.
Oh yeah,
The gore
I-
was there.
man,
I
that
mean,
log through the
very
the
up
cop's
close.
head. Ooh,
Oh,
oh, that whole
that was one of
scene.
my first notes. Well, actually, my first note
Like, there
was
were
interview
guts
guy is creepy.
out the back.
That guy was creepy.
Which guy?
The guy
It
who's doing the like news interview that she sees
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
star.
can we just
that-
all agree? Can we
it
just all
definitely-
agree that the guy who won the lottery, who had the Firebird or whatever, he's in his apartment,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
walking around with the iMac.
Oh
Was
my
he not
god!
the biggest douchebag
Oh,
ever?
he was.
Oh yes.
But
he was
and I-
perfect for the role though.
Totally
Yeah.
had it coming.
But
Like,
he kind of killed himself. Why would you throw spaghetti just out your window like that? Like that was his own fault. He did
Right.
Yeah, if you
Death didn't
haven't
do that.
been like here's the thing. Pretty much everything he did, like
he might as well dump banana skins out the window, as far as I'm
even
concerned. I'm
beyond
like,
that, the idiot, first of all, knows you have a propane stove, is not being careful with his grease.
Nope.
That's an accident.
who reaches their hand down a garbage disposal these
Wait a minute.
days?
Did you see what he was
Okay.
actually cooking though, Alicia?
His whole Chinese food
Oh.
container right into
Yeah.
the thingy. Chinese, those have metal on them.
Yeah, why are you
Bozo
putting
the
that-
Clown. Fuck the magnet. You wouldn't have even needed the magnet because Bozo the
Right.
Clown didn't take off the metal piece.
Yeah.
So
And did you
there's
notice?
that.
Go ahead.
Then who's trying on rings right over a sink?
This guy.
Thank
Who
Bozo.
still buys horseshoe rings? My dad gave me a horseshoe ring not that long ago that he's had since like
You
77.
wear it daily to
And
show how cool you are.
Where is it? Show it to us. You have it on?
all right, I'll have to go get
I
it.
know.
I'm gonna text somebody to bring it to me.
I
anyway,
think one
it's
of
like-
your 27 kids can bring it.
Hey,
You got to have
Yes,
them for
that's
some
true.
reason.
He's like, he was trying to argue it, and he was like, nope, I got nothing.
True words
but-
have never been spoken. I dropped my car keys the other day, and I was like, CJ, can you pick those up and hand them to Mama?
That's what they're there
Exactly.
for.
That's what they're there for.
So
Did you notice? Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. You're good.
Oh, that the magnets, the H fell, and it spelled I on the side of the fridge.
Yes.
Love that. I
It
love like
did.
this movie is full of like foreshadowing, and it's so
Yeah.
much fun. Even the school, back to the initial accident, the school
With the
bus,
180.
the school bus is from Mount Abraham, which is a school
Right.
that they were from in the first one.
Yep.
Yep.
The I think
I
the
loved
genre-
all of the deja vu-ness of this. Like,
Oh yeah.
that part was really good.
Yeah.
So well done. It's still there's a meme that goes around that's like that movie came out 18 years ago, and I'm still fucked, like I still can't see log
Well,
truck
yeah,
on the
there's
freeway
memes
without being
after memes about that
Somebody
log truck
told me,
everywhere.
Yeah.
somebody said to me yesterday, because I was talking about us watching the movie last night, and somebody was like, I cannot drive by a log truck. And I'm like, I don't even remember if that was in the second one or not. And I pull it up, and it's like the very first thing. I'm like, oh my,
Yep.
like
Yep.
everybody
My
is
mom,
tortured by
if
that
you
thought.
Ever driving behind a truck for like that had anything on it, logs, house,
It's
and with construction material. She was like, "Can we get around that, please?" Thank
Yeah,
you."
can we just
Right. You go speeding around it
Yeah.
thinking that your jerk reaction is the best
It's
thing to
going
happen.
it's going
Right.
to
But the
be.
trucker's like, oh shit, like dump it on you.
Yeah.
But
Here's my thing. Can we talk about the real villain of this film? It's not death.
It's
Is it?
oh no.
Oh, it's her.
no.
It's the girl, because she's
Nope.
the one who keeps saying things.
Oh
Okay.
no, this is
All right.
trouble.
Where are we going with this?
This all started with the dad, who's a complete shitbag. So I have a
Thanks for
father-in-law.
caring, you
Listen,
asshole.
I have a father-in-law who is a transmission specialist. Okay.
He would have never let his kids drive out of the
That
driveway.
car
like that.
immediately pulled away, and you see that red liquid on the pavement.
I thought that.
He
thought that
calls
too.
him.
I
He
thought
calls
that
him.
too.
First off, her house is not right next to the interstate. Okay.
He calls her
He
though.
waited a while. No, but he's
Several
Here's the
minutes
thing.
later.
Bro, did you see the cell phone he was using in this? I mean,
I was
that
like
damn
trying to
thing.
get-
He
trying
was
to
like,
get-
he was like, hold on,
I'm sorry.
rotary
They live
dial.
in
Like, what the fuck?
upstate New York.
Well,
What
I mean,
father in his right mind sends his teenager off on a road trip to Florida
To get horny guys.
to get horny guys, but that's besides
and whips and chains and
And-
things of that nature.
It's
tips.
depending on where you're going in Florida,
Chips and
based on where they were, it's an 18 to 24-hour drive.
It's fine. In a
Without
1978
Alicia has
Tahoe,
made that drive several
Because
times. So
an
she
oil
knows.
change would have shown. You don't get the oil change, the air pressure check. None
I
of that.
would. That should have all been done before they went on this trip. Like,
I feel, like
Listen.
this movie should have started out at a Midas dealership.
Let me tell you something. Before I leave for work every day, my wife goes out and checks my car.
oh,
So I know exactly what to look for. At
No,
this
look,
point.
well, yeah, like cut brake lines and shit. I look for the same thing. But no, I feel like, you show the dad at like Midas and then the kid forgets to put the plug in. That's how
Something.
this starts,
yeah. But he definitely looked at the puddle and was like, "Meh."
Oh,
Like,
fuck it. I'm going to go get some cheese and crackers. I'll call her in a minute.
I was like, "Really?" I was like, my dad would have freaked out. He was like, "Oh."
It's like,
He's like, Susan, could you
You're
get me
not-
another beer?
you're not on the road, are you?
Well, yeah, Dad, you saw me drive away.
My
If you
whip
notice
change
a
is dildo.
suspicious red Kool-Aid material
Yeah,
stopping the tires, don't worry about it. It's
blood
fine.
red, not just like blood. It looked like someone had been stabbed in the driveway, and
It was literally like so red. You could.
There was
it's
something
like
stabbed. The thread of
really-
this film.
Right.
The
Exactly.
only thing I could have even think is that he was not manly enough to know what that fluid was. So he needed to go and
Look it up.
look it up before he panicked.
Well, the
or-
problem is when this film was made, the internet wasn't made yet.
oh,
Yeah, but here's the thing. It was a red fluid that was flushed, and he
Maybe-
was married, so he should know about red fluids that
I
have
was
been
gonna
flushed.
say maybe he just thought she
Right.
was on her period before she left. He's like,
He's
"Oh,
like-
it's
Exactly.
that time
He's
of
like,
month for
well,
her."
she should be good for this trip. It should be
Turns
fine.
out his wife was
In
dead
which
though.
case-
Sucks.
And we-
Yeah, a little
What?
second.
God.
Guys, I just want you all to know, one bottle of
Oh
vodka.
Lord.
Oh Lord.
Here we go. We're in
Her accent's getting thicker
getting
as
thick.
we go
Oh,
along.
it does.
She'll sound like she's from our neck of the woods here pretty soon. That draw will start coming.
Right, exactly.
She'll be like, hey, y'all.
Y'all. It's gonna be like a New
Y'all.
York Southern mashup.
Yep, we got
It's gonna
it.
be awesome.
And the best friend is crazy.
Her, the
Like,
blonde.
even if the
Who,
dad is
Jen?
cool, who says that in front of the dad?
Yeah. Well, I was like,
Well, I feel like she was just, I mean, she's
Being
been ridden
precocious.
more than Seattle Slew. You know what I'm saying? So she don't really give a shit.
And plus, I mean, it's early 2000s. They're both in like the midriff showing tops.
dad
it's
knows
cool.
what's up.
It's cool to
huggers.
talk that way too. You know, when you're like 17, 18, you're like, this is the coolest thing I've ever said in front of my
oh my
dad.
gosh.
Well,
I
they're
basically
in
called
college,
myself a
right?
whore
They have
right
to
in
be
front of my
making
dad. It
money.
was cool.
My dad knows I do it.
Right. Exactly.
He's a cool
As
dad.
as if the tramp stamp in the belly ring didn't tell you, but yeah.
The dad's like, yeah, we know.
Hey,
We know.
hey. Some self-respecting females have tramp stamps.
I mean,
I mean,
I wanted
yeah,
one for a long time.
Oh,
I
have
wanted one for a
so it's
long
cool.
time.
Jen's
Didn't
like, I
get
never
it.
did it because I'm not a whore.
No.
Alicia did it. She's a whore.
Oh God.
Jesus.
No. Yeah. Well, I think that
Well, and so
if you were shocked Dano had the weed.
to be honest with you, I can't believe that there are aspects about this movie that I can't believe Tony Todd allowed to happen. Okay.
Well, that's what I wrote down. They roped Tony Todd into this bullshit.
I'm like, first off,
Tony Todd's
just
trying to get a
by ma-
paycheck.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening to Horror and Heels. If you're wondering how we're making this podcast, we're doing it through Anchor. You can go to Anchor FM to get started. It's free. They have creation tools that allow you to do it right on your phone or your computer. I edit. I'm actually recording this while I'm in my car waiting to go to my next client. They make life so easy. They even distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple, other sites. It helps you upload if you want to make a Patreon or anything. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. I know zero about formatting and doing this and that and the other thing, and Anchor makes it so easy. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. If you want to learn more, go to the Anchor app or anchorfm.com to get started. Thank you and have a great day.
Hi, folks. You're in Horror and Heels. We might have had some technical difficulties. We're here with RL and JC from Brown Mint Horror. I've done a lot of drinking up until this point. RL now has the horseshoe ring,
Oh yeah, look at that.
air guitaring. Shit has happened. Zoom may have fucked up the first part of this recording. We are talking about Final Destination 2. Yes, we mentioned Ali Larder's boobies in
At some point we did.
So don't worry about that.
was that the whipped cream bikini? Yes, it was.
Yeah. So
I don't want your life.
I don't want your life.
JC feels the father is the villain. You don't let your kid leave with blinking transmission fluid ever.
Ever. Unless you don't like them.
Unless you want them to die. And you're all caught up to where we actually started talking about Final Destination
2.
2. And
What movie were we supposed to watch?
And once again, none of us were shocked that Dano had the weed.
That's true.
Oh yeah, no. He totally looked like somebody.
And also the girl that was horny for these two, you were horny for these two, because I'm very confused.
Well,
It's
and
been
the
a
crazy part is like he did the like old school like stick the weed in your pants when the cop walks up trick. Like Like,
Yeah.
bro, you just gotta own it. Like when you are that hideous and you're with those cute girls, you just gotta be like, hey,
Wow,
I'm
he
gonna,
said
I'm gonna,
hideous.
I'm gonna take the fall for you guys. Okay, what's a little weed between friends?
Ah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
I'm
I
just
didn't
gonna
think he
take
was
the hit.
hideous. I just thought that
JC, he's nowhere near as cute as you.
His haircut.
he's no
That is
Scott
true.
Baio. Okay.
Well, I mean, who is my friend?
Did you
really?
just Charles and charge me, bro? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about this right now. Yeah, I don't know about those two guys, man. I like the one kid was all right, I guess. And then honestly, like the poor little kid with the swoopty haircut that went to the
swoopty.
dentist and about got
That
killed by a
kid,
fish.
they wrote
Okay.
that kid younger and then they cast him older because he did not behave like the age.
What is
that
he like
looked.
6? What's he
Yeah.
6 in this movie? How the hell do you go to a dentist at like 15, 16 years old where they have a damn baby thingy
Yeah.
mabobber above
And
you?
her like
okay?
tucking him into bed at night and like bringing him a glass of
Yeah.
water. I was like, you guys
Baby.
should have rewritten this to age him up because I read that they did write it younger and they didn't want to kill a kid, so they cast.
They
him
should have had the
older.
kid from the
Should've
New
rewrote
Nightmare
it.
in this
I'll
movie.
tell you what,
okay?
they didn't
Like,
give a
what's
damn
happening?
killing that kid though.
No, but because
Dude.
he was
I gotta tell
15.
you, first of all,
Dude, that might have been my favorite kill scene
Oh.
of the movie. Like the mom is like walking and the kid swoops in to kick the pigeons. Like, what an asshole, first off. Like, how old are you? Like 6? And then
no.
boom.
They say to him, okay, y'all missed a little bit. So,
Okay.
God, it's coming, guys. Okay. So, first of all, mom doesn't just give him water. She gives him the straight up good sleeping pills. She's like, here,
Did give him
take
sleeping
this
pills.
so you can sleep. So she wasn't tucking him in. She was giving him narcotics and putting him to bed with a Stephen King novel. Fantastic parenting.
So the mom
mean, I
was a
get that part, but
drug
still.
dealer in this
You
film.
know, this movie was done by New
Most
Line,
mothers
New Line
have to
Cinema.
be, okay? It's expensive. Dental care is expensive. Don't judge this mother for her side hustle. She's
She
a
You know-
really loves him.
This movie was so okay. So this movie was done by New Line Cinema. Wouldn't it be cool if she was
the
slipping him
house that Freddie built.
Right? Wouldn't it be cool if we found out she was slipping him hypnosil to stop him from having
Oh,
nightmares?
Yes.
Oh
Nice.
Lord.
That would be
Wow.
cool.
That
That would have been
cool.
that would have been
Wouldn't
very,
it have been
very
a great
cool.
tie-in?
Yeah,
That would have been a great Easter egg.
totes.
Second of all, he sees the two of them running towards him, saying the pigeons, the pigeons. He doesn't run into the pigeons just to scare them. He tries to get rid of the pigeons to save his mother.
No, he doesn't. No, they don't. They
Bullshit.
haven't gone through that yet.
He's
Roll the
being
tape.
such an asshole.
Yeah, he's
that
like-
When
he's
they
like gonna
leave
kick
the
the shit
dentist
out.
office,
What?
when they leave the dentist
Yeah,
office,
he's just
Yeah.
running to the pigeons because he's
He's
a
not
child.
kicking him because he's a
the
kid.
other two running towards
That's
them.
not
Yes.
what. No. Watch it again.
Did Alicia watch?
I
said
know.
film?
What? If you watch
Alicia
it,
did watch the
But
film.
Was Sally Larder
But
covered in
listen.
whipped cream in this one?
Alicia, it was written as for him to be like a young kid, so he would be.
Yeah.
Oh, pigeons! The problem is they upped him in age in casting and did not up him in writing.
Like what they should
Behavior
have
is
done.
childlike.
What they should have done was added
big
the
problem
old
with
lady
this
from
scene
Home
is-
Alone, New York, with the pigeons,
Yes, the pigeon woman.
and like her turn around and be like, just kick the shit out of him for scaring the pigeons. Okay.
Ah, that was
The
amazing.
big problem is that no dentist can give nitrous to a minor without parental consent and consent to pay because it is highly regulated by the government. You need to have both of those forms filled out ahead of time so that the amount of nitrous used equals the amount of cans you are purchasing. So that's the big flaw in this
And in the
scene.
great state of California, no one
No
can
one
enter
enter
into any kind of a contractual agreement, and as a minor, including
prenuptial agreements.
prenuptial agreements.
The fact
Jason,
that
do you have a prenup? Are you independently wealthy? We didn't know you're very worried about prenup.
I mean, you see
No.
that movie collection, don't you? That thing's worth like $6,000 at least.
That's all I got.
Mm,
If we split, I get to keep that, and she gets everything else.
yeah, but every year that goes by, the
Well,
collection.
that seems fair. She had to put up with that. How many years have you guys been married?
Not
Wow. This
that
will be
long.
the second year.
And is this a COVID beard or an all the time situation, JC?
All the time.
Oh, okay. She fell in love with you with that. Because my husband used to shave, go to the office, and here in our times of COVID,
I actually just trimmed the beard.
Stop. First off, I'll be sending you guys a glamour shot of JC when he had a goatee instead of the beard.
Ooh, I like the glamour shot.
It was. I mean, he had the whole what's the guy's name that was on like American Idol, the bald guy with the goatee, Daughtry. JC had the whole Daughtry thing going on.
I'm going home.
Okay, you know how JC and Jen said they've never seen Criminal Minds? I've never seen it. I've seen 3 recent episodes of American Idol last season, and that's only because a very dear friend of mine, Vidita Black, shouts out, excellent indie artist. She had gotten chosen to be on, and they won't tell you what your episode is going to be, etc., going through like the interview and like chosen process. So I had to watch, and then she was in like a small clip, nothing big, and then she unfortunately wasn't chosen. Miss
fucking Simon
Barbie girl Katy Perry.
Oh.
Not a fan.
Recent.
Kind of called her creepy, and I guess, and if we can't sell a pop record of people sucking on lollipops on the cover, what are we doing? So she didn't get picked, and that's all the American Idol I've watched in my entire life.
Well, this is why I don't have a beard. This is why I have a beard.
That's why you have a beard. Oh my goodness, who is that?
That's just an unflattering shot.
Who is that?
I can do that right now. Ooh, that's a lot of chins. Whoa, let me calm down.
I got more chins than a Chinese phone book in here.
Easy.
Can you say that anymore?
I mean, it's not a lie. It's like,
I speak the truth.
Like at
okay?
what point? Yeah, it's people need to stop being way too sensitive.
Yep, that's it.
First of all, this is a horror podcast where we use the word horror. Tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Ends in a Chinese phone book.
Oh, they're gonna miss the tramp stamp joke.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we can recover.
It's got to be somewhere on there.
I don't know, guys. It didn't convert. Let's see.
So, you know,
Kimberly is a very tightly wound young woman too. Can we all agree?
I mean,
she's definitely playing it up.
Yeah,
she churched this film up quite a bit. I mean, it was definitely a like, to me, the scene where they're all in the cop's apartment, first off, fraternizing with members of the community is probably not allowed in most towns. But in that scene, like, what are y'all doing? What is everyone doing? First off, is he like, he's in New York somewhere, but all of a sudden he's like a fucking glacier climbing, mountain biking, canoe riding, like
just all the outdoor sports.
Dude, typhoon luging, like the whole 9 yards. Like, he's doing it all. The dude opened up his closet and he had like all this winter gear, like ice picks and shit. Like,
that
I don't know.
True. Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot to take in.
And
what about TC's character?
Oh yeah, he was not. I don't like him. He's annoying in it.
Is that the Breakfast Club guy?
No, that was the black guy who was the motorcyclist.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't take him seriously.
Here's the thing, though. I think since we're talking about like, I mean, scenes that probably wouldn't go over well in a horror film today because of the cancel culture, him putting the gun to his head and pulling the trigger and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
That was
pretty graphic go back to time. Something that RL said real quick, because I just need to stop him for a minute. RL, in regards to fraternizing with members of the community, a member of our police community here in Suffolk County was found fraternizing with a known prostitute. And not only didn't get fired, his punishment was he lost 16 days of vacation.
What?
And he
Because
went
you don't want
on-
him taking off, finding another prostitute. You can't do that.
Wait.
Yeah.
It gets better, y'all. He became the head of the entire department. So trust me when I tell you some places don't give a shit about fraternization.
Well, he was
They'll
definitely.
promote you for that shit, apparently.
Sounds about
I just
right.
thought, wow.
Sounds about right or about white?
About white, yeah. Sounds
Yeah, white. White
Yeah.
are the
What's that
word.
old saying? It's all right because it's all white.
Yes, exactly.
Damn
Oh
white
my
people.
god.
Mm.
Keep it up.
When you're tired of white people, but you are a white person. I think I say that on this podcast at least once a recording.
I tell my wife all the time I can't stand men.
Oh,
I know, right?
well, that's why you married a woman.
Exactly.
Through that.
Well, I said that to someone. I go, listen, y'all over here claiming that sexuality is a choice. No woman in her right mind would choose to be with a man if it was a choice. Yeah, right. And I'm married to one of the good ones, and there are still days when
He's
I'm
one of the
like,
good ones.
Oh, I love that
Nice.
song.
Right.
Yes.
She has a
I
good
knew
point here.
Tennessee would
She has a
come out
very,
with
she has a
country
very
summer.
good point here. This is a, this has nothing to do with Final Destination 2, but she has a
Great
great point.
Yes.
Back to
I
Allie
love
Larder,
Lucy, by the way.
sans whipped cream.
Without the
bikini.
whipped cream boobies.
Without it. Without
Without.
it. Yes.
Speaking
is the one
of
without.
non-white
First off-
people, Eugene
first-
was my favorite.
She, the guy with the prosthetics had to be my favorite of the whole
Like
movie.
why? Like what was that guy about? What was he doing?
Was he a traveling prosthetic salesman? Like who the hell walks around with a bunch of damn hooks in a
I
box?
and I like.
It just made no sense.
I feel like Death used her as the killer because none of those premonitions helped. Like if she
Nope.
hadn't had the premonitions, those people would have lived. If she hadn't known about the pigeons, they wouldn't have
Yep.
gone. If she
Yep.
hadn't called them and said, "Oh, the man with the hooks," she wouldn't have freaked out. So the premonitions were actually Death being like, "I'm going to speed this up a little bit."
Yep.
Yep.
Death is like, we only have 90 minutes for this film.
Yeah,
So-
we got 68 minutes here.
and I didn't like her
Roll.
plan of here's a phone. If I call and say subway, get away from get to a high rise. I'm like, no, you need
Stay
to be
away from Jared
specific.
Fogle.
Like you need to be specific. Don't be
Subway.
cryptic. Oh Lord, right?
Yeah,
Like that's too
did you see
cryptic.
the cell phones though? She handed out like the Nokia
Like burner
510s, and she's like, if it doesn't ring, it probably means I'm not getting through because these phones are not working. Because I'm definitely calling you.
2003, you all of you are sitting here. Like,
First off, I had a pager in
Play
2003.
fake on that
Yeah.
like it was going out of bed.
Look, when I paid you, you go to a phone bank and you call me, okay? And then I'll tell you what's about to happen. Please.
Get to a phone immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. 911.
I'm like, don't be cryptic with that. You tell me exactly what I need to do. Say, stay away from a subway or get to a high rise. Don't just one word cryptic me because that's exactly how. stuff
Why
is.
doesn't Allie Larder tell them just to admit themselves in the place where she was capable of living for
You know, but at that point,
5 years?
are you even living?
I wouldn't
Like,
wanna
I don't want to live like
that.
that. Like,
I thought it was
Like-
only 1 year.
Or whatever.
year,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Why'd the kid from Shameless have to die at the end?
I
dude,
know that was real sad.
He's
first
also from the
off,
riches.
He was amazing in Gotham.
he was amazing in Hatfields and McCoys, by the way. Just so
Yeah.
you all
He was
know.
good in the riches.
Yeah, it was
Love that
kind of
show.
sad, but that
I
was a
think
great
what we're saying is
explosion.
he's just a very good actor.
Yes.
Yeah, they should have had him starring, but that's fine. It's fine.
If we have
Uh.
any gamers listening, his likeness was used for the latest Star Wars video game.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
interesting. I'm a gamer, but I do not play Star Wars games.
There's some
not a gamer,
Jedi
but I'm married
game.
to one.
Yeah, guys, I don't think we're gonna get that recording back, so I'm trying not to stress out about it right now.
Don't stress.
Don't stress. You're too blessed to be stressed.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
How
Yeah.
many of these signs do you have around your house, JC? I just want to know how southern you are.
Dude, I'm looking at one right now that says, "Welcome to the garage, where wasting time is considered time well wasted."
Oh,
Wow, you are
Wow.
so southern.
that's
Yeah.
deep.
In this particular room, there's none of those signs.
Let's talk about the rooms that your wife does.
Just so you know, he's painted at
Decorations
least
all
2
over.
signs like that in my house. Okay.
I would say that we have one that says something like we call our mama's mama and our daddy's daddy and something like that. So
Yeah.
we have some.
Mama a Southern thing? Because my son calls me mama.
No, that's we
I
do
think
use that in
mama's
LA.
mom.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mama.
Where? So first off, how was it that AJ Cook's mom died? Was it? Oh, she got robbed. I
Yeah,
kinda
that's
like
right,
the
that's right.
scene- I kind of like the scene where they tie back in and
Mhm.
like
Everything.
basically they tie the whole like, oh, we've already cheated death
Back to the
type
first
deal.
one. Yeah.
It was, that part was probably my favorite because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, here's some like, okay, it's going backwards and shit like that. That's all well and good. But I think where they tied it in the car and they're all like, oh, fuck, like this shit really happened. And then like that part was probably the best written scene of it all. Now,
I agree.
obviously everything else as far as the semantics of it all and stuff like that were great, but the storyline, that was the best of all of it.
Here's my
Definitely,
thing. I would like to ask Devin Sawa, because he's doing so much here recently, how come he didn't reprise his role in the sequel?
he was busy doing Stan with Eminem.
Yeah.
at that time.
No, I think there was a reason.
Was he doing Idle
Right.
Hands at the time?
Possibly.
Oh, Jessica
I remember
Alba.
that one.
Okay.
I've never seen that one. I know of it, but I never saw
It's
it.
so good. It has the big redheaded kid. What's that kid's name?
Rocky
he was
Dennis?
in like Rocky Dennis. No, he was the horse face killer.
Oh.
You're not being kind to people today.
I think
He's like,
it's
my
that-
mom says I look like a lion.
What? Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's happening.
I can't say
Hold on
anything.
1 second.
Wait.
No, please
Devin
don't.
Sawa also in the faculty?
No,
No.
that was Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett.
Oh,
Okay.
I always got the two of them confused.
Yeah,
So originally
Ugly
Devin
white
Sawa.
men are just all interchangeable.
we all look the same.
So Devin Sawa was supposed to reprise his role of Alex Browning,
No.
but a dispute concerning his contract with New Line Cinema could not be settled. So that's what happened.
Wow. So somebody thought they were a little better than they were.
Yeah.
That one movie really set you up there.
Yikes,
Allie
buddy.
Lauder knew her place. She knew what she was worth. She was
Yeah.
like, I'm doing this shit, and I'm gonna go on and
I
do
will
House
be
on
in
Haunted
however-
Hill.
Yeah, however many you want me to be in, I will do. And then they're like, just the second one.
Yeah, we're
Speaking,
good. We're
speaking
good
of
on
Rocky
this one.
Dennis,
We're good.
if you want to watch a
There
really
you
good
go.
horror film this weekend,
Mask
Mask.
it's free on literally everything.
Mm.
Oh, Cher.
Ever since Sonny Bono.
I am not an animal.
You really think Sunny was the problem?
Oh my
It's
god.
so funny how they never really zoom in on her in burlesque. It's fantastic.
I just want to say Vivica Fox and Seth Green were both in Idle Hands as well. So
Wow.
I don't know what to think
Seth
about
Green
that.
Yeah.
can be so wrong, and I will stand by that statement.
Mm,
favorite Seth Green movie, got to be Can't Hardly Wait.
Yep.
that's every yeah.
That's
That's a
so great.
classic.
But
You know, I'm
ain't-
just
ain't-
scoping out the
wasn't he in-
scenes. He was going to knock the boots.
Wasn't he in like Without a Paddle or something?
Yes,
with
that movie is
Dax?
hilarious.
It was like him and Dax Shepard.
Oh,
or something.
man.
Oh,
That was great. I watched that movie.
Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Oh, relationship goals.
Oh,
Yep.
they are so cute.
We
Oh,
were
Lord.
we were at Comic-Con and my family watched Without a Paddle. We were in the hotel room watching with that, and then when we left, we were going to the convention center, and not Dak Shepard, Matthew Lillard was standing like right there. And
I was
like,
about to say-
we just saw you.
You were like, it's a
Dax
screamer,
Lillard
baby.
is too underrated.
It's a screaming baby.
Yeah.
I'll be
Do you
right
guys
back.
think-
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Lillard's
So-
amazing.
Do you guys think that Lillard will be back in the new Scream?
100%.
I hope so.
I hope
so.
So
He made that movie.
His death was not clear in the original Scream.
correct. So that's
Nope.
my point. Should
God.
we
And-
get back to Final Destination? We
Yeah,
really-
probably.
I mean, we can.
yeah.
It makes me sad
Uh,
that we don't have enough to talk about as far as Final Destination.
I
2.
know.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. We're really running through deaths here like nobody.
So, okay, I have a question for you all. So, on the freeway scene accident, which one do you think was the worst one? Like, which one was probably the most painful?
Pull
Ooh.
through the motherfucking face.
But I feel like you wouldn't feel that.
The burning on
Yeah,
like
that guy,
the burning
yeah.
The
standing
burning
there
guy, you're right. I
screaming.
forgot about
Yeah.
him for a second.
He's like screaming and she's just watching him scream. It's like, oh,
Yeah, that
that's
was pretty
that's a
good.
lot to take in right there.
You're right.
So much
You're right.
impaling in this one.
I have
JC,
to.
Lot of
I would have to say the log through the head.
But that was fast. Like,
you
I don't
ain't
think he
feeling that
felt
shit. You
Like,
ain't
you're
feeling
done.
that.
And
It
then
was the
all the
most.
His,
was pretty
his
graphic.
fucking
Oh,
head,
They-
his
they-
head
you
came
and I
through the
agreed
back
at
window.
first, but they're really selling me on this burning dude.
the
Yeah.
You're
surgeon,
right. It's going to take longer.
but
Staff Sergeant Frederick R. Krueger over here.
Frederick Krueger.
the
Yes.
log through the face, and you could see the blood out the end of the log. I was like, ooh, that was.
It shot
pretty
out the
hard
back
to know.
window. It shot out the back
Yeah.
window, and I'm just like, oh, I think one of the funniest scenes was the airbag.
Oh
going
man,
on.
that's the one I was
Yes.
thinking of when I said impaling. It was just like it was
That was
so
my favorite scene.
unexpected.
You're not
Oh.
feeling. You're not gonna feel it, but by God,
Golly.
that shit happened.
Let me tell you
My
something, if you
husband
watch-
immediately said, and he was not watching this movie with me. He was, like I said, he's working from home, and I was watching it today. So he was just walking in and out, getting water and stuff. At some point, he goes, "Wouldn't you remove that pole first for safety?"
Mhm.
They just
Yeah.
left her ass sitting there.
Now listen.
They're like, "Oh, you're fine. Don't
This
worry
isn't
about it."
911.
I would have removed that pole first.
Yeah,
Because even if that airbag hadn't gone off, if they're removing that log the wrong way and she gets too scared, she could have easily just popped her head back onto that.
Yep.
and she was definitely pretty shifty. Like she was
Moving a lot.
Yeah.
moving a lot. So that airbag was definitely her.
Well, she needed her cigarette.
She was
correct.
smoking
But,
while
you
this was
know,
happening.
Was she
Here's the thing.
smoking clove cigarettes? By the way,
She was,
I haven't smoked a clove cigarette since I was like 13. So I mean,
I
that's
have
cool.
never
I guess.
smoked a
I
Yeah.
like that you said 13. Y'all really are in Nashville.
Yeah.
You know how we do it.
Yeah.
I had already started chewing Red Man by then, so I'm good.
You were like an old man by 13. You're like,
RL. They was calling
I'm
him
in
that
the
then.
shit.
Yeah, they called me RL at like 12 and a half at least.
Oh god.
Like Stein.
Told him he needs to put on his business cards R hell mitten.
Or
Hell. Yeah.
hell.
I just think that it just was all the death scenes were fantastic, and then tying it in the car scene was cool, but everything else was just kind of like you throw Tony Todd in there for just like
Right.
a reference guide of the same shit you said
Before.
literally.
Yeah. He
Literally.
added nothing to it.
Yeah, thanks for that. We
Excuse
didn't watch
me.
the first fucking movie that we literally just like we had to watch the
Excuse
first one
me.
to get here. Thanks.
New life will stop death.
Okay. You're right. Whatever.
Oh my
but did it though?
God.
But did it though? Because it kind
How'd
of
that
didn't.
work out for you?
Didn't.
Not so
Uh,
great.
And then Allie Larder is so like dramatic. She's like, I hope you're ready. And it's like, well, Death's already stalking us, so I don't really know.
Is there like
Like,
is there a time to
I'm
be fucking
I'm pretty
Like,
sure
hold
we're at the height of being fucked.
Here's my
So
question for you guys. In all utter seriousness,
mhm.
if you really thought death was coming for you, would you, especially since you know that all but one who locked herself in a goddamn padded cell made it, would you waste time trying to run from it? Or would you spend your last few days just hanging out with the people, not even telling them, hey, death is coming from me, just making time with the people you love, drinking the best drinks, smoking the best smoke, living your best life, and then boom, death comes for you. You're done. Whatever you've charged on that credit card is the universe.
Sounds like I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm over here cheating death every day.
Every day is Final Destination here in Tennessee.
He
Yeah.
damn
He
right.
is running up those credit card bills.
It just to
MasterCard's
me
on the hook when JC dies.
the thing is like, would you like? I just don't know that I'm going to the extent that
The
they're
extent,
going.
that's what I'm saying.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not getting on a fucking airplane, right? Like, I'm not going to get on an airplane and be an idiot. But like, it's not going to slow me down as much as, hey, I'm going over at JC's house and we're going to lock ourselves in the basement. Hey, JC, put your dogs up. I don't want your dog to like chew my arm off or something.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we're not doing all that shit.
Yeah, that's too much. That's stressful.
Yep.
Well, and then I also didn't like where they're like, oh, a man with hooks is gonna kill you. That's not how death works. They don't kill you via an actual person. Like,
Right.
like death is he does puzzles and shit. Like,
And you
And
bend
why is she
down
getting
in
way
front of-
more premonitions than Devin?
because
Right.
death was trying to kill people. That's what I'm saying. Like, you think that it's trying to help, like she's getting these
Correct.
premonitions to help, but
Yeah.
all
Oh,
those
I understand.
premonitions cause death.
They're working against you, actually.
None of them were helping.
Nope.
Gotcha. Yeah.
They talked you right into everything. Like, literally. I mean, it even with her, the premonition of her drowning, even though in the end
Yeah.
it so-called saved her, but she had to die.
But then even that was dramatic. It was like, did you
Yeah.
really have to run a whole ambulance into the lake? You could have just induced death at the hospital where they could have they could have
Right.
revived you immediately.
I will say that these films are really fun.
Oh yeah, I love
They're
them.
kind of like the Saw
Henry, wouldn't you have
franchise.
gotten to
Yeah.
see sexy cop wet. Oh, and can we talk for just a second?
Why did the doctor's name have to be Saskatchewan or whatever it was? Couldn't it have been
I
Dr.
don't think
Smith?
That's right. I
What?
don't think that's right.
Whatever, Sarkeesian or what? How the hell?
Sarkeesian.
I don't know what her damn name was. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
could it have been Dr.
Sardian.
Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Well,
hell
Tony
no.
Todd's character was like Mr. Bloodworth.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Bloodworth. He's a sick man.
So good though.
He
Burning
tore out
bodies
the-
and
when he
such.
I'm
tears out
looking
the
up
nipple
now
ring.
if there was a reason why that was the name.
He definitely tore the nipple ring out. That shit was fun.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, Lord, that's
Yeah.
painful. Oh, and then they totally like just made up the fact that if the baby's born, then we stop death. Like they kind of made
They made that up. Well, he was like new life. Oh, I know what that means.
Yeah, and they were like,
It
a new
means she's
soul.
gonna have a baby. Oh yeah.
They're like, oh,
Hilarion.
a new soul.
You might as well have just
Sardine?
said, the cop should have just said, you know what we need to do? We just need to go in here and take care of it. 9 months later, you'll be good. You know what I mean? It'll be fine.
9 months, padded cell, ready
Yeah.
whip.
Yeah.
We'll be
Right?
fine.
Yeah,
Ready
we'll have us a damn kid in here somehow.
But I wouldn't want to live like that in that cell. That was terrible. I'm like, you're not living life. Just freaking go.
Secondly,
Although-
what did she have? What did she have?
There with no
the
worries.
pictures?
It was lovely.
She had the Charlie Day thing going on where she was like,
Yeah, but how? What did you have them
Oh,
pinned up?
oh.
So were the pins a good idea?
that's
Like,
true.
was the crazy plastic bracelet thing a good idea? Because those things are sharp, by the way, just
like
so everybody
right,
knows.
right.
So
But when she's going down the list, I'm like, why don't you just say going naked? Like,
right, exactly.
did you have an underwire bra on? Because that could have been dangerous.
What about this though? Just taking the bracelet off and automatically she can walk out of that hospital and
There's no paperwork.
Yeah.
None.
She admitted herself.
Yeah,
She's
don't have to
fine.
prove
Absolutely.
anything.
Nope.
Get out of here.
Yeah, even if you admit yourself,
Don't you have to unadmit yourself? She was just like, fuck
but
this and
also
left.
Yeah.
if you admit yourself, but then they decide that you were there for a legitimate reason, they do not have to unadmit you. But
She
I
was-
guess the nurse kind of said like that had not been
Yeah.
determined, like she can leave at any
Correct.
time.
Yeah.
So they did
Yep.
get through that loophole. And to be fair, a lot of time had passed. So while we don't see her filling out paperwork, but I do believe if you admit yourself and unadmitted yourself, you're simply re-signing the same paper you signed.
Yeah.
when you
They're
signed.
like, just I'm out.
I
So
don't-
Bye.
secondly, I guess my other thing is how did she randomly show up where this chick
Oh, that I
was?
don't have an answer for. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Now
No.
listen, we have to suspend our imagination. Okay.
We also have to suspend our imagination because these people are getting from the Westchester area of New York. We talked about this in Final Destination 1.
Oh, here we go.
To
Well,
my part of Long Island.
she's like, hold
Why?
on. She's like, let me get out the random McNally here. I'm
Yeah.
about to figure this shit
My
out.
Thomas guide.
They're just driving back and forth. you gotta go over bridges, through tunnels. This is not an easy.
And there's no traffic in New York either.
First, never. Long Island was not known for it.
They're on the interstate doing like 90. And I'm like,
our troopers never pull you over for that. Don't worry about it.
I'm like, hold on. First off, I've never seen a show where in New York you could get over 30. So how is this even possible?
Oh, you can definitely get over 30. As a matter of fact, you can get over 110. But that's neither here nor there.
If there are
And
any
those are
local
ideal
cops
conditions.
listening,
What?
if there are any local cops listening,
If there are any local cops listening, it's because they're my friends and they've subscribed to our podcast. I don't understand. I
And
just
thank
told
God
you.
for them too.
right?
I don't know. I just told you that
I
I
feel
lived in an
safer
area
already.
where a man was caught, a cop was caught with a prostitute and became the head of police.
What she didn't say was, "That's my neighbor."
Yeah.
Right there. Right.
She's like, I know Linda. She only does it on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
And from the side.
And
Right,
from-
well,
Wow.
oh.
that really deep.
There are 4
That's what she
crack dens
said.
on my town. You think they're coming after me?
Oh my goodness.
Kidding.
Ooh.
There's only 2.
So overall, this movie was all right. It was okay.
Okay.
Just okay. Oh.
It was pretty fun. It was fun to
I
watch.
love
Guys,
at
you're
least.
really disappointing, Jen.
Brown-
She
I think Brown
really
Mint's gonna give
loves
it,
the Final Destination franchise.
Well, no, I think this is my favorite one of them all.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
well, I mean, it definitely blows away like 3, 4, and 5. Like,
Yeah.
And I haven't
it's
even seen
definitely-
those to make an opinion.
Oh.
Yeah. The
So
first one was decent. I like Devin Sawa. I don't think he's like the worst actor in the world. He's pretty funny too.
I felt that he gave me more than I was expecting
Yeah.
him to give me, so I'll give
Oh,
him
absolutely. But like, as far as
He was better in Casper.
That's oh yes,
Stop.
because he had
Please
no
stop.
lines.
Can I keep you?
That's creepy. No, you may not.
Yeah, he was way better in that movie. I mean, he was decent. He was funny in Idle Hands, I thought.
I've never seen.
He gave
Hey,
the first
wait.
movie a twist.
Jen, did you say you've never seen Idle Hands?
Yes.
Ooh, that can be another movie we've both never seen.
Oh yeah, we could do that with Brent maybe.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
so
that'd be
good.
fun.
You'll enjoy it. I mean, if you like Seth Green, it's pretty
And I
hilarious.
do.
Yeah.
The other
I have to
kid,
say,
the other
Seth
kid, I
Green
can't
is one of
remember.
the few
Mm.
thin mans in America that I would
That
consider.
could get it from Alicia.
I could get it. If you guys have listened to the podcast, you know. Alicia doesn't like a thin man.
Alicia
Sorry,
doesn't
you're
like the
wonderful
small.
people. I just don't want to.
Doesn't like the small ones.
Doesn't like the small ones.
Eldon Henson is the guy's name that's in that movie with them as well.
No idea.
But
who that is.
he was in Mighty Ducks.
Oh,
He
By
was
the
the
way-
he was the friend who he was in the Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, he was one of the Bash brothers then.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah,
so he's in Idle Hands.
Oh,
He's the
okay.
other friend with Seth Green. So you got
Gotcha.
Seth Green, Devin, this kid, and then Jessica Alba.
Interesting.
They're pretty funny together.
He's in
Actually,
She's All That also.
she's all that. Yep.
Yep, because he's the friend in that.
To kill a mockingbird.
Kill a Mockingbird.
Freaking
not close. Not
what's
right.
that stupid movie?
I don't know.
Mockingjay, Hunger Games.
Oh yes,
Mockingjay,
Mockingbird. Yes.
Yeah, he was in both those movies. So He's
Uh.
Just so you all know, Disney Plus has come out with a new Mighty Ducks TV show.
Yes,
I
they
know. I
have.
gotta watch that. I gotta
It was
watch it.
Elio.
so good. Well, for the record, speaking of people who could also get it from Alicia, Lauren Graham, where you at, girl? Love you.
Oh Lord.
Lauren Graham.
Wow.
The
Okay.
mom from Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sarah
her.
Braverman from Parenthood.
Gotcha.
We know who.
She was in Bruce Almighty.
She was in Bruce Almighty, correct?
Was.
No, Evan Almighty.
Oh,
She's in
Evan Almighty. She
I was
the-
like, I don't think so.
He's also the whore in
Parenthood.
no, the Santa movie but it's not a Santa movie. It's
Yeah.
Bad
Santa Slay, S-L-A-Y.
Bad Santa, thank you.
Bad Santa.
She's the girl who gets with Bad Santa.
She's
But not
55
anymore.
years old, by the way.
No,
care.
I can't even be remotely
Looking good.
correct.
It's
She
either
looks amazing.
it's
No,
either 54 or 55. I promise you.
I guarantee you that beautiful ladies.
Look it up. Look it up.
I am.
Look it up. Check my facts.
I get really testy about my Lauren.
Testes.
Ah, shit.
Wikipedia.
Wow, she is not aging. She is 54. And she was born in Honolulu. That makes sense. She found the fountain of youth in Honolulu.
Lordy.
They got sunshine and pineapples that keeps you young.
They do.
Oh, her and
Amen.
That's
Peter
true.
Krause are still together.
That's true.
So Jen, so boys, when we rate our episodes, we rate them in terms of heels.
When we rate the movies.
The movie. So how many heels would you give Final Destination to?
Ooh. I'm about a 3.5.
Okay.
Or mints. They could be 3.5 heels or mints here.
Okay.
I'm at 3.5 here.
Yeah, 3.5. I'll go 3.5.
Out of 5.
Out of five. It was like I said,
3.5 out of 20. No, I'm
She's like, I never even watched a stupid movie.
I watched it.
50 points off for having to actually rent it.
I like how.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Now, do I have to give it extra points because I got it for free from the library? I just want to know.
I mean, if I can't watch it on Tubi or Shudder, like
seriously,
I'm taking a point off.
It's from 2003.
It will be streaming again. It was streaming for a long time. All of them were streaming on one of those services, and then it went off. It's going to be back on at some point.
Oh yeah.
This is what happened to us with Leprechaun.
Oh.
But then what picked it up? Oh, Peacock.
Peacock, yeah.
Peacock has it, yeah. What do you guys?
Yeah, that
got?
one. Huh?
What are you guys
I would
rating
give
it
it
at?
a 3.5 too. The kills was very interesting. I could have done with everything without anything else. We could have just had an hour of them all getting killed in a row, and I would have been very happy.
Well, death really took a toll on that one that one scene because it took her out with the airbag. It took the guy out with the fence. It took Clear and the black guy out with the. Death was like, I'm sick of this shit. Let's just get this done.
So if you search on YouTube, Final Destination 2 entire movie, they literally have the first thing that you pull up is every kill scene all in one video. It's about 4.5 minutes long.
Should have just watched that.
Should have watched that. It was good.
Got the cliff notes.
Of that. Yeah.
We'll put that on our YouTube. I will put that on.
Yep. I think everybody
channel.
needs to see that. That's the whole movie. Maybe if they insert the story.
Did you move on from the Diet Mountain Dew, or did you just put it in a glass?
I went to lemonade. Diet lemonade, by the way.
I went to wine.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
You're a classy man.
You see that pinky sticking right up over there.
Boop.
I love that RL's just the sober one. Like he's got to drive us home from this party.
Listen, I'm drunk on life. I'm drunk on life, honestly. Like
that's not a saying, my friend.
Oh, it's a thing.
He's got 6 kids. Here. He's drunk on life.
I promise. like people tried just one day to handle my life. You would.
Which chip do you have, man? What chip day are you on yet?
Huh?
Don't you have like the 90-day chip now?
I need it.
I have one kid and I have to drink every night, RL. I don't understand.
Just one?
Just know what's happening.
That's like everlasting gobstoppers. I believe wholeheartedly that with children, one is enough for anyone.
Hey,
my wife is up here waving at me.
I got an idea.
Hello, wife.
My wife's about to wave at me too. Can we close with something that we do on our podcast?
Sure.
Don't just give them the go. We got to see what it is first.
I'm going to do a couple of. We do a trivia
for the record, I'm working on my 3rd.
Okay.
So we do a trivia round on our podcast.
Oh, love it.
Horror trivia.
Okay.
Let's give it one round and we'll close. How about that?
Okay, hold on. Since we're the guests, though, JC, I feel like that this should be a question for everybody here. So, like, you can ask the question, and I'm going to chime in with them.
Oh, absolutely.
then
Yeah.
Absolutely.
vice versa.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're going to need to throw your cup up to answer. Okay. If you spout out the answer, you're automatically disqualified for trying to be better than me. All right, go ahead.
I feel like RL knew that I was one of those type of people.
I felt
Yep.
like there was going to be a loud answer
Yep.
popping off somewhere here.
Okay.
All right,
Go
JC, you ready?
All right, here we go. Night of the Living Dead, 1968, was the debut of what filmmaker?
Mm,
Alicia?
Savini.
Wrong.
George Romero.
George
Yes.
Romero.
good answer. I didn't see you
250
lift
points
your
for Miss Jen.
glass, but I'll
went
let
to
you
the
have
other
it.
Italian I knew. I knew it was wrong, but I just had to throw out a
All
name.
right. So Jen's in there right now. She has 2 points. You actually
Nick.
don't win anything off this.
Damn
so
it.
there's that.
I
Next
want a gift
question.
card. I want a gift card of some sort.
Okay, I'll send you $1 gift card to Target. I've got some change left on mine, so we'll see what we got. Hold on just a second. All right, I'm trying to pull up a good one here. All right, here we go. Y'all want a hard question? It says I don't know the difference. All right, it's fine. All right.
I'm ready. Hit me, baby.
Oh Lord. Who did Wes Craven originally want to play the lead role as Freddy Krueger?
Oh, shit. I just read this. I think his wine glass is up.
JC, is the glass up?
Let's
I don't think you know who this is. Well, you might. You might actually know.
Got 5 seconds, buddy.
Is it Rob Williams?
It is not Robin Williams.
No.
Fuck.
This is hard, actually.
Oh, I
Anybody
feel
else?
like I just read this and I'm drawing a blank and I feel like I just learned this.
All right, I'll give you a hint.
Oh, okay.
Oh, please.
He is in. Okay. Wow. I did not know this, and I love Nightmare on Elm Street. He was in, let me give you some recent films. He was in Mary Poppins Returns.
Big Van Dyke?
No.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Midsummer Murders, Doctor Who, The Alienist, and Ripper Street.
I don't fucking
No,
know.
she had it. Alicia
Oh,
had
is
it.
it? Oh, well, now I think I'm wrong. Robert Downey Jr.?
No, it is David Warner.
Oh, I have no idea. who that is.
Nobody knows who that is.
All right, hold on. I'm about to give you a close up, and then you'll be like, I know that freaking guy.
Okay, is it my turn to ask the question?
Wait.
Can you,
Oh,
hold
I
on.
yeah.
got the glare. I got the glare. I can't see
Hold
read
on.
it.
So much glare.
I mean, I could look it up on
I'm
my
trying.
own phone.
I'm trying. There's
Not-
so much
Oh, I
light
know
in
who that
here.
is.
You know who that is? That's the in
Here's a better look, maybe a little bit better.
Short. No, still
No,
Wait. Oh, that guy.
he's from Manchester.
Was
like
he in?
was.
Was he in Die Hard with a Vengeance?
Oh well. No.
No.
Is it my turn to ask a question?
Yep. You're up.
Go,
I
Alicia.
mentioned that Jaws was my first horror movie. Name one other novel that Peter Benchley wrote. Nothing.
Jen, are you looking that up?
No, I'm
I
looking.
feel like she is.
No, I'm still looking at the David Warner. I'm trying to see if he was in Die Hard with a Vengeance because I have no idea the answer to that question.
None of
Wow.
you.
Mm-mm.
So,
Another Peter Benchley book. Just one.
so I looked it up. It's The Deep.
An
You
admitted,
didn't put your glass up, my friend.
an
but that is
admitted
correct.
cheater.
Correct. That is one. Beast is my personal favorite.
Mrs.
Creature is
Parker?
also really good.
Oh, Beast. Yeah, I see that on there.
Oh, that
God,
guy.
Jen is still in the lead right now.
Jen's gonna
so
give us a
somebody,
question.
somebody
Yeah.
needs to
Jen
get
has
Jen's
to ask
question
a
right.
question.
All right, go ahead.
I wasn't ready to come up with a trivia question. All right, this one's easy because it's my favorite one. What actor? Alicia knows the answer to this one already. What actor was killed by a predator, a xenomorph, and a Terminator? JC.
That would be Bill Paxton.
Yes, sir.
I didn't
Wow.
Yeah.
literally put that on our baby.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
So
Unfortunately,
JC and Jen are in a tie. So RL, ask a question, and this will be the tiebreaker.
okay. All right. So let's go back to that website I was just on because that was amazingly hard question. I liked it.
Oh, my ass itches.
Oh.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
I've been sitting too long. Does it ever
that-
tingle?
You
The-
must not be a nail technician. You
tingler.
Ain't
Okay.
that the
I had to
truth?
sit like this.
Oh.
One day,
What classic horror movie was originally titled The Babysitter Murders? JC.
Yep. Dang it.
but I feel like RL padded the questioning. He's
We're
literally
the guests, aren't we?
You are, and the guests win.
Fine.
Yay.
You win. You win.
Casey
No,
wins.
Ariel,
We'll
put your
send
hands
you
down.
a
Ariel, you
dollar
didn't win.
target.
I win.
JC
I'm
won.
half.
No, you didn't win.
I'm half
JC
of
won.
this.
That's what I said, JC.
Dynamic
Guys,
duo.
guys, to be
50%.
fair, I don't know if you all have witnessed how much I've drank, but I have already downed 2 24-ounce
Oh,
bottles
Lord.
of vodka.
You're-
Majority.
It is time
You're 2 sheets to the
to
I'm on my
wind.
3rd cup. So life is
time for me to go eat some stromboli.
Ooh, that sounds
Is there
delicious.
anything you guys would like to plug before we let
Yeah,
you
where can our listeners find you?
find you? Anything you want to plug? Maybe JC, just in case we can't recover what was lost, replug the person you plug.
Mhm.
Just in case. we
Yeah.
can't recover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I-
absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
We want to plug definitely our great friend over at Samara Entertainment, Miss Shari. She's the one who's helped get Brown Mint Horror up off the ground, providing us with some great interviews for Behind the Horror on YouTube. You can search Brown Mint Horror on YouTube. We have our 4th installment being edited right now in the Behind the Horror series, where we profile independent horror films. And we've been partnered with Midnight Releasing. We've got a video up about them, a couple of films, one starring Bill Moseley, who is of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Devil's Rejects fame.
Yep.
Find us on Instagram, Brown Mint Horror.
Oh.
YouTube and Instagram are our main 2.
We're gonna have some good merchandise up there soon as well. We're gonna be doing a couple of different things. I don't know if you guys ever were able to catch Project Greenlight with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. We're about to try to do one for horror films here in Nashville, where we kind of go to the Film Institute here and let them submit screenplays and stuff for us to review, and then possibly get some people to donate to help them be able to create that film.
Yeah.
So we're in the works for that. We're trying to do some stuff to really push indie films to the forefront, especially in
That's
Nashville,
awesome.
where music is everything here. We're trying to bring some content to Nashville and get that out there for the folks that we've been meeting. So definitely love our independent filmmakers. We're definitely trying to highlight those guys. And we also have hopefully posting soon a little snippet of some the last blockbuster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're working on that. We've got that going on. And then we have CNT Films.
Yes.
We're going to do a very nice interview with a guy who did a Halloween 4 fan film that just got posted to YouTube not that long ago as well. So we're going to be updating that probably within the next week or so.
Very
Yeah,
cool,
it's
very
great.
cool.
Yep. That's all we got.
All
Awesome.
right.
Guys, it was so much fun having you.
Yes.
I really hope
Pleasure.
we
Yep.
covered the other footage, but if we can't, this was still great, and we're so thankful that you took the time to come on. And if you guys ever want us to return the favor and come talk to you and watch something with you guys, we'd be more than happy to do that.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
totally.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
Yeah, you guys are a blast. This is
Yeah.
a lot of
Thank you,
fun.
Jen.
Very
Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank you guys. Have a great one.
Hey,
too.
cheers.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Thanks.
My empty glass.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.